Hi guys, it's Mr. Trevizo here. I'm doing some online art classes because we can't be in our classroom no more, which sucks. But this is what we got to do. So today I'm going to show you, well, actually, this is pretty much a review. But the reason I review this so much is because it's really important, and that is a color wheel. So what we're going to do today is we're going to make a color wheel using our primary and secondary colors. I'm just going to put down the primaries first, and then we're going to create secondaries with the colors we put down. So I always like to start with red because I don't know, I just always like to start with red. But one thing I want to say before I start is I'm going to be using paint. I know some of you don't have paint at home. You can do this with crowns, markers, or colored pencils, or anything you have really at your house. Um, you obviously you can't mix with those. I'm just showing you. I'm just using paint because I can actually show you what happens when they mix. So if you don't have any art supplies at home, that's okay because I have an activity for you guys that you can do at home with just found objects around the house, and I got a fun little version of that, which I'll show you after this video. Okay, so I always start with red, like I said, and I'm just gonna do like a nice circle. Doesn't have to be perfect. Actually, don't make it perfect, you know. Okay, so I'm gonna wash my brush out. Now I'm gonna do blue. I'll just do some blue right here. And what you want to do is you want to kind of make a triangle shape at first because it's eventually going to be almost kind of like an imperfect circle. Now I'm going to do some yellow because that is the other primary color. Now these three primary colors, remember they're primaries because they're the first colors. Remember, primary, primero, they're first. They cannot be created. And they are used to create every single other color out there. So all the millions and billions of possibility and trillions, actually, it's infinite amount of colors. Um, they create them with white and black, but that's a whole nother thing. All right, so now, so we have space here, here, and here. This is what you wanted to do. So now with this space here, what's going to go in between these colors is the secondary colors. Now, whatever color goes here when you mix red and yellow is always going to be the same. So no matter what order you put these three colors in, all the in-between colors, which are going to be the secondary colors, are always the same. So let's start with red and yellow. So what goes in here? Let's find out. Most of you probably know, but that's fine. Review is good. I like to repeat myself a lot. You might have noticed that because this is probably I don't know, the millionth time we've talked about the color wheel. But that's okay because it's super important. All right. So we got orange. So orange will always be between red and yellow. Okay. All right. I'm going to wash my brush out. Now we got this space here. Between yellow and blue, we got to figure out what makes what secondary color that creates. And that is green. All right, so now we got green. Now our last one. I'm actually blue and some red. And that gives us actually, let's give it a little bit more blue. It gives us a nice violet here, or purple, whatever you want to call it. So now we have our primaries, red, blue, yellow, and our secondaries, violet, orange, and green. And I know this violet looks kind of brown in this light. Actually, it's not bad. So these are our main colors. We're not going to go over tertiary colors or intermediate colors because for the other part, I don't really have all the colors to make it. So just to kind of make it easier on my kindergartners and first graders and second graders, because we have not gone over tertiary colors, but in time you will, guys. Okay. Next time, we're going to talk about colors again. But we're going to talk about something called complementary colors, which we've touched on a little bit, but I want to show you um, how you can use complementary colors in practice. I'm actually working on a painting right now, and I'm going to show you a technique that I like to use in my paintings that involves mixing complementary colors. Okay, next I'm going to show you, actually I'll show you a little the beginning of the painting I'm doing, and then I'll show you the other activity you can do if you don't have any art supplies at home. Okay guys, so this is the painting that I started a few days ago. It doesn't look like much now because it's the underpainting, but that technique I was telling you about using complementary colors, you can barely see it in here in this background. I'm going to show you more of it next time in about 2 weeks. I just wanted to show you guys how we use, how real artists use those techniques that we talk about in class in art, in professional art. Okay, and now we're going to move on to the next part of the video, which is using found objects to create a color. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use some of my action figure collection to create a color wheel for you guys. Now, you can do this at home too with your toys, with anything really. Any found objects that represent a color you can use. So I'm going to use this Optimus Prime figure to represent red, this yellow Power Ranger to represent yellow, and this Mortal Kombat Sub-Zero to be our blue. Okay, so we got yellow here and red here. And remember, red and yellow make orange. So we're going to use this thing figure to make our color wheel. Okay, now yellow and blue create green. So we're going to use this Incredible Hulk figure to create our green. And then we have red and blue. We'll use another transformer named Shockwave, who is purple. So this is how we can create a color wheel using found objects. You got red, yellow, blue, orange, purple, and green. Now you can use all kinds of stuff around the house. So you can, basically I just want you guys to remember your primaries and secondaries. And once we get back in school, we'll learn more stuff. All right, thanks guys.